Hello everyone, my name is Katy of Greenland Quilter. Welcome to the channel tonight. We are going to do some sewing and chatting and sewing and chatting and just, having fun. So welcome, and I will be, hold on 1 minute while I make a few adjustments to my screen so that I'm seeing everything I need to see. So thank you for coming and hello everybody. Let me see who else stepped in here. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Joy. Hi, Pat. Hi, Robin. Hi, Linda Faust. Hello, Luane. Hello, Lori. Yes. Okay. Sorry for being 3 minutes late. I got distracted by the dog. She's over here rolling around underneath the desk. So you're probably wondering, okay, what's she gonna do today? We're gonna keep on working on the yeah, hear her talking. So anyhow, hi Pat. I am going to continue working on the Raspberry Kisses blocks. Excuse me. So far, I have this many made, but I made two of each of the colors you see here. I've made two up. And as you can see, so I think what I'm going to be doing is doing 6 across by 7 down, something like that, I think. Haven't made a total decision on that yet, but I think that's about the amount of square blocks I'm going to make. So you guys can see how it turns out and what size mine is just doing with 22 blocks. Katie, you can call me Patty if that helps. Okay. Thank you, Patty. Hi, Samantha. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. We are going to sew. Teresa might show up soon. I don't know. I haven't heard from her today. So I'm not sure where she's. Yeah, I'm just not sure. So hopefully she'll come in and you'll have an extra person to talk to. So tell me, everybody, what are you working on today? What have you been working on today? Hi, Glenda. Nice to see you. So I do have something I want to show you guys, but I think I'm gonna wait until maybe more people drift in. So I'll be right back. So who wants to guess what this is? Hey, Robin, I'm good. Wow, 98 degrees already in Florida. Oh my gosh. Looks like summer has come roaring in like a lion. But I'm good for the most part. Wayne says, I have been sewing 2.5 strips together, 2 at a time, and then sew those 2 at a time together until I get 22 rows. What are you going to do after that? Yes, it's a kit, Patty. I'll show it to you one more time, and then I'll show it again later in the video. But this is what it looks like. And this is the year it's from. And I'll give you a quick peek. It's totally intact. Uh-oh, things are falling down the box. You probably recognize the fabric, and maybe you even recognize the style of the box. Who wants to guess where that came from? Yes, that's from the Fat Quarter Shop. That's the 2020 Bloomtopia quilt kit for Make-A-Wish. So I have 4 kits in my sewing room. But this one is going to end up somewhere else. And I'm going to explain why. I need to do it when I know a bunch of people are sitting here in the chat so I can make it one big announcement. But it has to do with my 1-year anniversary for my YouTube quilting channel. 1 year comes on June the 2nd, I think. So there's this box being involved in with the 1-year anniversary. So there's some things I'm going to need. I need people sharing my channel, trying to get people to come and watch the lives, because I'm going to be giving away this as a big prize for June the 2nd anniversary. I'm not going to do it on June the 2nd. It'll probably be a week after that. I do the whole live concerning the drawing. So be thinking about that. I also will be giving away 4 gift cards, $25 gift cards. And I have a few smaller items that I can mail. I just need everybody aware that anything that mails from Greenland could take up to 6 weeks to get. So I don't want to have my email spammed. Like, where's my package? Where's my package? We all know how the postal service is right now, but it'll get to you whoever wins it. I will make sure that, along with any of the other little prizes. Hello, Laura. How are you? Saturday I go live and we'll be sewing clue 4 of Tree of Life. Which one are you doing of Tree of Life? Anyway, so yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start working on these blocks. How's there? Someone mentioned that their weather was 98 degrees. What's everybody's weather everywhere else? Right now, our current temperatures are 44 degrees. So spring is here. I already seen kids getting in the lake and down at the harbor in the water. And I don't know how they can stand it being that cold, because it's still pretty chilly as far as I still think it's pretty chilly anyway. You know, I still have to wear a jacket. Hi, June. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, I will be making a big deal of this anniversary because of you guys. I have managed to almost complete a whole year of my channel without giving up. I am very proud of myself, and I appreciate all of y'all's help in keeping it going. I was a little concerned that while I was on vacation that I was going to lose a bunch of subscribers because I wasn't there to do my lives. But y'all stuck by me, and I appreciate that, and I want to give back to the community. So there's going to be a few things that I will be giving away, and it will take time to get it to you in the mailbox, except for the gift cards. The gift cards are digital, so those will come right away. So I just feel like I want to do something for you guys, and I realize that I don't have 1,235 of these boxes. That would mean I would be rich if I could do something like that. But maybe a few can, you know, be gifted with something. And I think I just made that seem too big. Yes, I did. Oh, I did big time. Oops, I forgot to set the machine. Hey, this is what happens when you get distracted. You see what I did? It's all good. I'll put that 1/4 inch seam back on there and then rip the other one out. I was wondering why it looked that way. Okay, and I'll rip it out in just a minute. Hi, June. Thank you, June. Yeah, can y'all believe it'll be a year on June the 2nd? Hey, June. I just missed Kathy's live just now. Kathy's who? Hey, you should be proud of yourself. You're doing an amazing job. Thank you, Laura. Sometimes I don't think I'm doing a great job. Especially when everything's all over the place. Chaos, you know what I mean? Or when I make mistakes like sewing a 1/2 inch seam on the 1/4 inch seam allowance. Isn't that funny? It's been a long time since I've done that. Usually it's automatic, you know, reach over and change the setting to be 1/4 inch. So anyway, how's everybody's weather? What are you having right now this week for weather? I know that Robin has said it's 98 degrees in Florida. What's the temperatures like everywhere else, and what kind of weather are you having? Let's have a weather report. A worldwide weather report. No, my sewing room is not finished. They have not come to paint it. They haven't come to mud it or paint it or do anything else other than what they've already done. I have not seen them. Oh no, I ripped out the wrong seam. Oops. Oh, that's not cool. It's 80 to, wait, let me go back up. Luane says it's 79 degrees and sunny. Deb says hi to Glenda. Lori says it's 80 degrees in Virginia. Excuse me. Sorry. That's not right. So sorry. Yeah, it isn't right. And it's very frustrating, especially when you want to get on with things and get back into a room where I can sit near a window and get fresh air and, you know, just sew in a better space with more room. If I'm not careful, I'm going to mess up this block. Okay, let's see if I got that off this time. Yep, it's off. Now I have to re-sew the original, the right one, because I went and accidentally cut some of it. At least I believe I cut it. Let me have a look at it. Oh, yeah, I did right in the middle. Okay, let me fix that real quick. And I'm sorry for the sniffles, I can't help it. Allergies are the worst. Hi, Mona. Yeah, because I'll be honest and say they suck. They're not too worried about earning money, apparently. This is dragged on too long. I don't know if they have like a better business bureau here in Greenland like we do in the US. How was your day, Mona, and what you been working on today? Hey, here's another block. I'm just going to put it over here on the pressing bench, and I'm just going to go ahead and start sewing more blocks. All right. And I'm probably going to do some lot of, you know, lots of stitches all at once. Thank you, Karen. Not working on anything, huh? Taking the day off? So I'm just sewing on the little 1.5 inch blocks together first to start the chain of blocks I'm going to be doing. And I'm just going to keep adding to it with each set that's different. All right, what's everybody's favorite color? Let's see if we can get some chatter going on. What's your favorite color? June says purple. Purple's one of my favorite colors too. I like all colors except for browns and blacks. Well, I use black sometimes, but I don't use any browns hardly at all. I have a lot of tans and browns and creams that I should turn into something. Maybe a man cave quilt. Laura says, I'm trying to finish up a super king size Afghan for my son. He's 6'8" and the Afghan is in shades. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Patty says, everything bright. Yep, I love bright colors too. Samantha says blue. Mona says turquoise. Oh, yes. Luane says dark blues. Anyone else want to share what their favorite color is? Luane, did you see those community quilts at QuiltCon that were purple, yellow, and any shade of teal? because they quilts were beautiful. I was pretty amazed. No one else? Okay, so tell me what colors you don't like. Laura says, if being honest, I can something colors. It depends how. Hi, Sheila. How are you? Unless I'm saying your name wrong, and I'm sorry if I am. Wayne says purple. He doesn't like purple. Sheila says purple. Why don't y'all like purple? Tell me why you don't like it. Yeah, definitely, Patty. I'm not a huge fan of brown. Yeah, me neither. I just don't know what to use it for. Not, I don't know. I'll figure out something to use all of it for, or I'll give it away as fat quarter bundles or something. Some of it's petites that are that brown color, and some are regular cotton that are brown. I just haven't figured out what to make out of them. Robin says, love cobalt blue, royal purple, fuchsia, and black. Deb says, my favorite color is green, but I do a lot of sewing with blue. I think blues are soothing. What do y'all think? But as you can see, I'm chain stitching right now. I figure I could get a lot more done at once by doing it this way. Hi, T. How are you? Nice to see you here. I don't know if you've ever been in here or not. So what are you working on today, T? What's you working on? Lori says she likes all cool colors. Luane says, Robin, gray is good for background. And Robin says she loves gray is so bland like beige. This is true. But there is a lot of people who love the colors and shades of gray. Let's do the next color. T says she normally watches TV. Yeah, when I get back in my sewing room, I can go back to watching TV too when I'm sewing. There's no room for a TV in here along with everything else where I'm at right now. Too crowded. Lori says, working on a deep dive legit kit. Nice. Are you having fun with it? T says I'm working on quilting the queen size t-shirt quilt I made for a customer. Wow, that is a really big quilt. Do you have a long arm, T? Seriously, autocorrect has no idea what I want to say. Uh-oh. June says making backing for a quilt. Lori says, I am pulling my hair out. Why are you pulling your hair out? Sheila says, Mother's Day will be different this year without my son here. Yeah, but you'll get, well, I don't know if you'll ever get used to it, but you'll, over time, you get more accepting of it. As long as they call me, that's all I care about. But most of the time, they don't even bother to do that these days. They're so busy with their lives. Mona says, I have room for a small one on the wall, but I can't find cords. Oh, no. All right, now I got all these little pieces where they should be. And what I'm going to do is finger press with the roller. And then I'm going to go ahead and start adding the other side of the background on these little colored blocks. And try to keep them in the order I did it in. Because I'm doing this in the order I want, on how I want to make the quilt look. So I'm trying to keep the colors in that order. That way I don't get myself all out of whack. But the sewing of these blocks are very easy and not too, I don't think they're that hard. I think a newbie could sew these. Even with the crazy triangle part. I think the only hard part they might have is trimming down if they're a newbie. Let's see here. Patty says, not working on anything, just got groceries and I'm taking the day off of quilting. I am tired today. Yep, sometimes you have to take a break. I'm probably going to take a break tomorrow and do absolutely nothing. My youngest, wait. Hi, Debbie. June Hug Sheila. Sheila says, my youngest daughter today sent me a beautiful bouquet of tulips. Oh, how cool. Lori says, this is my first legit kit and thinking I bit off more than I could chew. Nope, you just do it one step at a time, Lori. Just a little at a time, unless you're in a hurry to get it done. Patty says, I like to hear from Laura O'Neill. I want to know if she's okay after tornado warning a couple of days ago. Oh, I don't know the answer to that, Patty. I know that there's a particular set of homesteaders I watch, and their little town of Sulphur in Oklahoma got hit. Pretty bad, in fact. But that little town seems to be pulling everybody together and everybody's helping to help clean up. Hi, Deb S. So is there any winners in here that won the drawing from Janice's channel? I think there was a Deb listed. Ah, T says, yes, I have a Gamel Vision 2.0. Cool. I saw some Gamels when we were shop hopping. Laura says, I'm a full-time caregiver for my father, and he flew back today to be with my sister, and I am super worried. My sister is only concerned with herself. Well, that might be true, Laura, but enjoy the time away and the break that you're getting. Think of it as a blessing. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know where a lot of y'all are from. Too many people to remember where everybody is. But we We can always share with each other where we are now if you want. I'm sure you've done it before. All right, what city and town are y'all? Where do you live? I was wondering if it was you, Deb, or not. One of y'all got a nice prize. Hi, Donnell. How are you? Right now I'm finger pressing, guys, if you're wondering what I'm doing. I don't know if you can exactly see, but these are the little blocks I'm sewing together. Iowa. I've never been to Iowa. Cherokee, Iowa. Is there a lot of Native Americans living in Cherokee, Iowa? I'm in the extreme Northern California right by Southern Oregon border. Nice. Hey, Glenda. Wayne says, Donnell loves the card trick video. Debbie says she lives in Canada, an hour west of Kelly from Kelly's Quilting Cruise. Oh, cool. You still at work, Donnell? So now we're going to sew the other side on. One of these days I'll get my hands right with the camera. Laura says, Carl, I'm in the Phoenix metro area, Gilbert to be exact. I was born and raised in Iowa on the Mississippi. Let's see. And then Deb says, June and I are opposite sides of Iowa. Samantha says, Georgia, east of Atlanta. Yeah, it's okay, Laura. Sheila says, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. June says, no, not really. You need to go to Sioux City, Iowa or Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Oh, okay. Mona says, Ohio. And Deb says, Laura Sup, I'm in Bettendorf, grew up in Davenport, born in Centerville. Lori Hogan says she is in Forest, Virginia. That's the first time I've heard the name of that town. Can y'all hear my machine when I'm sewing? I'm just curious. Like we have an assembly line going on here. Okay, let me see here. Tell me which quilt block that is your most favorite to make. What block is your most favorite that you love making? My favorite block is a pinwheel. I don't know why I like making them, but I do. I'm working on my Raspberry Kisses block that I started 2 Saturdays ago. Um, and I'm making progress with it. So as you can see back here behind me, here's part of the ones I've got finished making. I have 26 made so far. This is what I'm working on. Patty says she likes them all. Donnell says an hourglass. June says a churn dash and a pinwheel. Lorraine says a 9 patch. Sheila says a churn dash. And Glenda says pinwheels. Cool. Okay, so now tell me what's your least favorite block to make? The one that you don't enjoy making. Least favorite block. Least favorite. Wayne says, change my mind, a stack and whack. Lori says, log cabin. June says, wonky house. Lori says, Sheila says, card trick. Debbie says, flying geese. I agree. I don't like making flying geese. I really think I suck at it. Even when I do everything right, I still goof one up. I would rather make it look like flying geese by using half square triangles. I love a barn star block. None, if I don't like it, I don't make it. Okay. So you don't have a desire to sew anything outside of your box, Lewin? Even for the sheer, just learning how to make the block? Yeah, Donnell did a card trick block. Speaking of channels, I need to. Patty says she has a flying geese ruler and it makes them perfect. Oh, I am evolving as a quilter, just not ran into any block I don't like. Okay. Whose channel did I not catch yet? I need to fix my settings on my boxy to see what each of those links go to. I just noticed that. Mona's asking Sheila where she got her ruler from. Donnell says the only reason I asked is because I've had responses on it stating I made it super simple to do it. So it might change your outlook on the block. Sheila, where did you get your ruler? And then Deb says, guess I need to get the flying geese ruler, but I still have to sew it. Yeah, exactly. And lately I haven't really wanted to spend money on more rulers when I have so many already. Although my husband still is telling me I could buy a stripology ruler because he sees me cutting yardage a lot when it comes to strips. And I don't know, I might break down and spend the money for it. I just can't decide. I really want one. It's not that I don't want one. It's just it's kind of been pushed on the back burner until the stuff in my sewing room gets resolved. Because I really don't have a safe place to put a stripology in this living room unless I push it up underneath the sofa. Which could do that. All right, now we got all these the other side done. Now we're going to finger press up each one. And then I'm going to take them to the iron and put some heat to them. From Amazon, clearly slotted trimmers. I watched it, Donnell, as I've never made it, but I tried one time and it gave me a headache. Mona says I have the one for half square triangles. Donnell says, oh, I'm sorry, Glenda. Mona says, I make my card trick in rows. I've never made a card trick, actually. That's one of the blocks I haven't got around to messing with. Isn't today the 15th? No, not yet. So I'm coming along on these little blocks. Still got them in the order I wanted them in. I wanted to tell Fallon about her seeing her rulers in a shop in Florida, but for whatever reason, when I try to make comments in her channel, no one sees me making comments. So I don't know what's happened. But it's a really cool story about the ruler, and I thought that her and her husband would, really enjoy hearing about what the ladies told me about the ruler. So the shop is called Quilters Anonymous. And when you get to the other end of the house, because their shop is inside a house, they have an area where they cut fabric along with the checkout counters, at the other end of the house. And they had two of those rulers. They looked like they were 18-inch long ones, I believe. And they were using them to cut yardage with. And I said, I know that ruler. And the lady said, yeah, but they went out of business. And I said, you didn't know that someone bought the patent for the ruler? And she told me no. And I gave her Fallon's online website for So Be It quilts. I said, because she made a comment that she wanted some more because she really likes them. And I said, well, you could go to So Be It Quilts online and you can still buy those rulers because now they're making them. And I thought it was a cool story. I wanted to share it with them, but you can't share something if your voice is not being heard in the channel. So, but any of y'all, if you're friends with her, you could tell her what I told you about the story. I thought it was pretty cool. Let's see here. Mona says she has some Fallon rulers. Luane says I have a quilting ruler. Pat says I'm getting Fallon's 24-inch ruler next month. Okay, ladies, need to have a great day. You too, June. I have some smaller square up rulers of Fallon's and I like them. I would like more of them, but not in my budget right now. Glenda says I have a few of their rulers. I don't have any of their rulers, you guys. Laura says, Mona, what I have more than a few of her rulers. They are amazing. Andrea says, hey, Andrea. She says, howdy, everyone. I just woke up from a much needed nap. The good thing is I should be able to stay awake for a while. Oh, let's hope so. Patty says she has a 14-inch and a 24-inch straight ruler. Forgot what they're called. Yeah, I don't know what they're called either. So anyway, any of you that knows Fallon, if you want to pass that story over, you can. All right, now I am going to start sewing these long strips on this. But I'm going to be pinning them together. It's warm in my house, you guys. Feels like a sauna in here. Mona, yeah, I was. There's two channels that I have no voice in. I can watch the lives. I can see everybody chatting in the chat. But whenever I comment, no one sees me. So now I'm going to set two of these aside because they'll go on the other side. Okay, Patty, have a good evening. someone else going live at the same time I'm live? I don't know, Mona. I could come and go in the chat. I just can't say anything. Unless you have a way of seeing if you're blocked in channels. Is there some setting you can go look and see if you're blocked from a channel? Sheila says, Mona, the one I mentioned comes in 2 different sizes. And I can't ask that question because you can't see me write anything. Yeah, I was Luane. And I said hello to you and everybody else. No one sees what I say. Tammy just went live. Oh. Patty, what were you going to say? Maybe I need to move my live an hour earlier. I need to go pick up my granddaughter. She's eating dinner with me tonight. Aw. I wish I could go and pick up my granddaughters. They would practically be living over here if that was the case. Ah, it's your lunchtime. Okay, enjoy your meal. Sheila, I'll show mine on the next live. I may have it and don't know how to use it. And Patty says no one, yeah, no one's live. Have fun with your granddaughter, Mona says. I find sometimes the chat moves too so quickly. Yeah, but I'm definite on that because I had my husband go sit in channel just to make sure I wasn't imagining things, and he couldn't see anything I said. He could talk, I couldn't. One of the channels I'm an actual member of, paid member, and I can't say anything. I'm not complaining, guys. I'm not using my platform to complain, though. So I hope no one takes it like that. It's just I've been dying to tell her the story about the rulers and haven't been able to. I have emailed them, Mona. So be it. I mean, Fallon's channel is one of them. And the other one I'm not going to worry about because they have enough problems of their own right now. The other channel is Donna's channel. That is odd, but I am still a YouTube newbie. I guess, you know, you can, I don't know. I don't, there's only been 2 people blocked from my channel, and that was with the moderator because they were saying naughty things. I'm like, what do I got to do? But this is not a sex channel. Oh gosh. People are comical with their antics. No, I don't want one for free. I just thought it was cool because they might want to get up for her to sell more of their rulers. Because the lady was interested in buying rulers. Yes, I'm subscribed to both. Did you guys enjoy the interview that I did the other night? I did a interview, a pre-recorded video yesterday. Yes, Robin, they are. I looked the other day and it said I was subscribed. So I don't know why it would have changed in 2 days. Let me see though. That's not what I want. Oops. Everybody. Uh, yep, that one says subscribe. Yep. Oh, man. Yeah, and I was subscribed to Fallon's too. So I don't know, guys. It's just weird. Wayne says my next two must watch lives are Russ Quilt Meets World tomorrow and then Ian. Oh, yay for you. I'm so tickled for you. Hey there, Jamie. How are you? I got your name right this time. Yay. Okay. Now we got this last little one here. Did you enjoy it, Wendell? Uh, my pre-recorded podcast with that I interviewed yesterday. Um, it's probably someone y'all don't know. Maybe some of you know. I don't know. But it's her channel is Be Merry Quilts, something like that. Oh no, I'll have to find the link. Yes, I remember. So the interview yesterday that'll go live on or premiere on Monday was her name was Mary, and it's Joyful and Mary Quilting. That's the name of her channel. So we will premiere that on Monday of next week. That was a very great interview with Leanna, and then show her the next day on Crystal Hearts Live. Ah, that is awesome. She's yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Glenda. She was a real joy to talk to. Sean was right that I would enjoy talking to her. All right, now I'm going to sew this side on now that I've got them pinned. Let a hot minute to sew them all. And then I definitely will need to press. Uh-oh. Laura, stop. Okay, let me think. What else next? So why don't you guys share some info with me? What do you wish you had been told at the beginning of your journey of quilting that you know now that you wish you had been told about when you first started? Share some thoughts with me here about that. What did you wish you had known then that you know now? One more to go, and then we can start on the other side. You're on my pedal, little one. Mona says she has to go. Bye, Mona. Have a great evening. Deb says she watches some of her videos. Debbie says she hasn't watched yet. I wish I had a little bit of her energy. Yeah, you and me both. Andrea says, bye, Mona. People are saying bye. Lorraine says, I love tuning in to see what PJs she will wear that day. Found out she wakes up at 3 a.m. and does some early morning sewing. Interesting. Linda says, hi, Andrea. I've been thinking about doing some late night stuff. I might be able to, I don't know, bring in some of the Euro in if I had late night sewing going on. I don't know. It's something I've been thinking about. Late night with Katy. Maybe do it once a week. Or every 2 weeks or something. Just sit down and sew and talk and yeah, that's all. Just sew. Let's see. Deb says Leanna was great. Andrea is saying hi to Wayne. And Wayne says, it will take over your home with all the fabric you will buy and say, I have plans for that. Andrea says, nesting seams. I have always pressed open, being taught by my very old great grandmother when I was 8. Yeah, I press open because I do terrible at nesting. Or at least my nesting is not such a train wreck when I do it with the seams open. Now, this little block I'm making, I'm not doing seams open because there's no, there's not something I have to match. Or seems to line up, I mean, that's what I mean. Samantha says, I love that I have so many crafty friends. I had no idea YouTube would be what I was obsessed with while I'm crafting. Laugh out loud. I get you on that one. Hey, Denise. I see you pulled your winners today. Congratulations to your winners. What I'm doing is I'm pressing these blocks so that when I add the other side, they'll already be semi, flat. So it's just gonna take me a hot minute to get this done. It'll take me a couple minutes to get them done. I need another camera for my ironing station. Uh-oh, I sewed that one on the wrong side. How do I do that? I don't understand how I make these little weird mistakes of putting something on the back side of something or not getting it lined up properly on the front and then it comes out weird. I don't understand how I managed to do that. All right, now we got the one side done. I don't know which Katie won, Andrea. It could have been Katie with an E for all I know. Janice says, I do, Luane, most of the time anyway. I also use a seam roller. Yep, this is my handy dandy little bag of tricks. See, I would love to find me a baby iron where I could just sit up here and press them on the sewing table, but I don't have access to such an animal. And I don't want to put my big iron on my sewing table. Not at all. There's not enough space between all the cameras and laptop. That all take and monitor. That all. It's me, really? Wow, thank you. I didn't know which Katie you were talking about. Thank you, Janice. I usually don't win things. I can't believe only 8 people registered for the drawing. Okay, so I know there's some more new people in here, so I'm going to give you another tease again. Some that were here at the beginning of the live saw this. So I'm showing this. The ones of you that already have guessed what it is, let the others guess. So what do y'all think this is? Oh, stuff fell out of the box again, darn it. But there's fabric in here, along with a pattern. I think the pattern's in here. Or not. I must have put that somewhere. Anyway, this is the 2020 Bloomtopia. And it's a kit for they were selling, Qaqortoq was selling to raise funds for Make-A-Wish in Texas. That box is going to be somebody's gift come June, because on June the 2nd, my channel hits its 1-year quilty channel anniversary. That's when I put down my first quilting video. So it's Bloomtopia by Qaqortoq. It was the 2020 Make-A-Wish sew along, and I'm going to give the kit to one lucky winner, and I'm going to give 4 gift cards away, and I have some fat quarters and a couple other smaller items that I want to give away. And I'll be doing that on, I haven't set a date for that yet, but in the meantime, if you guys will share my channel and, get people to come and watch, maybe, you'll be one of the winners, or maybe they'll be one of the winners. So I will give you more of an update as I have more information. So, all right, have a good night, Samantha. And I have to rip this out. I would have registered had I known, but with all the stuff going on with my family, I missed a video with the announcement. Oh, she's talking about Janice's. I wasn't sure if I did it or not. Because we're also guessing where Ian is moving to. All right. Now that we got that taken out, I can re-sew it on the right side that it was supposed to be on. Silly me. It's very easy to get things turned around if you're not paying attention. Paying attention because I was distracted. Get all these little pieces of threads out. So, yeah. And then we'll get on with this. Yes, Janice had very great, really cool prizes. Hi, Joy T. How are you? Joy, did you decide? Well, never mind. I'll send you an email. How's your day been, Joy T? What you working on today? All right, now we're going to sew on the other side. Grab where this came from. All right, now we'll sew on the other sides, which are these. Uh-oh. I'm about to sew this on the wrong side. Oops. That's why it didn't look right. Joy T, what are you working on today? My husband got some pictures of a polar bear the other day. It's not very clear what it is because they were at such a distance. But he saw one. It looked to me like it was eating a seal. Or it was her baby cub with her one. There's been a whole bunch of them getting stuck down here in the south. Because we still have sea ice everywhere. Joyce says nothing at the moment. She just walked in the door. Okay. What's going on with Glenda? Wow, just looked out the window and it's pouring down rain and under tornado watch. I hope everything is okay, Joy. Glenda. It seems like the world's weather has been very, very aggressive. I am working on those Raspberry Kisses blocks. You remember these little blocks? That's what I'm working on. You're welcome, Glenda. Andrea says I ordered background fabric so I could do this quilt, Katie. Hopefully this will let me, hopefully life will let me get to work on it. I have the pattern and fabric I already have in a project bag ready for me when I am able. Awesome. I look forward to when you do have a chance to do it. Joyce started new meds for Hashimoto's disease. I had 3 days of severe thunderstorms. I don't mind rain, but scared of lightning hitting a tree in the backyard. I miss the smell of rain when there's lightning in it. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but when lightning is occurring in the clouds, it ionizes the rain droplets, which creates nitrogen. So it's Mother Nature's free fertilizer that's natural, not synthetic. That's why you may notice sometimes the trees seem greener than usual after a rainstorm. If it was full of lightning, that's why. So lightning has its purposes, for sure, but it is definitely a scary weather phenomenon. Mary, hi, Mary Wilson of Minnesota. Nice to meet you. First time I've seen you in my channel. Sewing and Lurking, working on Fat Quarter Shop pattern by Amanda Murphy using a bundle of purple rain. Woo, that sounds interesting. Joy T. Robin, I hope that they work better for you. So where are you watching from, Mary? What part of the world? Oh, it says Minnesota, duh. Sorry. I'm about to have blocks, you guys. It only needs half square triangles put on it now. Once I get these pressed pretty good. Nope, wrong side. Ah, the metro area. I watched someone called the 108th Airborne, and he lives in Minnesota, him and his wife, and they have lots of big dogs. And all they have, I think, two females, and the rest are five males, I think. And my goodness, you would think with five intact males, they would be fighting all the time, but they don't fight at all. And when they take their dogs, they can only take two dogs at a time to the dog park. And so he spends most of his days taking his dogs hiking because he makes sure everybody gets a turn. But when they're down at the dog park, they are even as big as they are, they don't pick a fight with anybody else's dog. It's really interesting watching them and watching his relationship with the dogs. I'm like, I want my German Shepherd to act like his. Less reactive to dogs, you know? Let me see here. Robin says, I don't know. Sorry, excuse me. I've been averaging 160 hexes a day. Today, 50 is like pulling teeth. Yeah, I know how that feels. It's like, okay, do I want to do this project or I want to do something else because I'm bored? No, I'm not talking about this particular one. I'm just saying in general. But I wanted to get this started so you guys could see what it's going to look like, and hopefully some of y'all will join in when you see it. Y'all don't forget to share any of your projects you're working sorry, in the Greenland Quilter Facebook group. Go over there and share your pictures so we can see what y'all been working on. Um, yeah, and now we got the other side done. All right. Let's finger press them first. So then I can take them over and press them with the iron. This one's off. Why is this off? This one has to be fixed. See, even when you're sewing live, you can make mistakes. You know, not have it lined up properly. Let me get these pressed out and I'll show you what I have so far. This one I have to fix. Take me a couple minutes to get these pressed. I'm sorry, just taking me a couple minutes here. So, just a heads up, this Sunday, not Sunday, I'm sorry, Saturday, this coming Saturday, Becca and I will be sewing together. So make sure you get the word out. Say, hey, Katie and Becca are sewing together. It'll be 7 o'clock Greenland time, which is 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So share the channel and make sure you go over to Becca's channel if you're not liked or subscribed, and get subscribed to her channel as well. But I'm pretty sure all of y'all are part of Becca's clan. All right, so here's what we got so far. So I made 2 of these, but I got to repair one of them. There's 2 of these. 2. 2. And 2. They'll be ready for the half triangles to be sewn onto them to make that square and a square block. All right, let me fix this one that seems to be at odds with itself. It's this side I got to fix. All right, let me get this ripped out. All right. Hi, Denise, Greenland Quilter, Katie. Good evening to you and everyone on the phone in the car. So I can't see you work. Okay. Robin says, Joy, yes, I am, but this is a smaller one. The one I really want to do, I'm still looking for 1/2 inch punch. Andrea says, I have to go get dinner started, but I have my Bluetooth headset on, so I'll be listening. Great, Andrea. Speaking of, was your subtext working, Andrea? Okay. Joy says, enjoy, Andrea. Lorraine, okay, Katie and Quilting Friends, I need to run as I need to get my 10-mile bike ride in, and it's already 2:30 p.m. Y'all have fun and see you later. Yep, take it easy, Lorraine. Denise says hi to Joy. They're saying bye to Lorraine. Yep, okay, all caught up. Now let me get this one block fixed. Let's see, how much time is it? Okay, now let me get the threads picked out of this thing and then we'll get it resewn properly. Let's see if we can line this up better. Pin properly. All right. Now let's see if we can get it sewed back and hopefully it fixed it. Otherwise, it's going to be a wonky block. Joy T says her iPad died. Uh-oh, that's not good. Well, this is much better. Okay. All right, so now I've made, let me see how many I've made now. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So there's 10 here. And that I will, yeah. Okay, let me see what time it is. You guys have any questions you want to ask about the blocks? By any chance? Aren't they cute? Totally cute. All right, anyone got questions they want to ask me? Katie, who are you making the quilt for? It's okay. It will take a bit to charge up. This was just a sew along for all of you guys. I don't know who I'll give it to. I hadn't given it any thought, to be honest. I probably will give these smaller ones to my grandkids more than likely. I don't know. I haven't. Is that weird that I don't have an idea about that? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start sewing half the triangles on. Let's see if we can get one or two of them done before I have to stop. I'm trying. Let me have a poll. Let me see if I can make a poll. Okay. Okay, everybody answer the poll. I don't know how many's in here watching, but all of you that are in here, can you answer the poll, please? I'm trying to get an idea of when it's best for me to shut a live down, because a lot of times my lives run 3 hours, sometimes longer than 3 hours. Janice says, I don't think that's weird. Many of us quilt for the joy it brings to us. Yeah, I'm just enjoying the process. Joy says, no, not weird. I made several quilt tops and quilts with no one in mind. Joy says, yes, it's cute. I think someone is doing blocks like that. Those also. Do you know who Joy? Katie? Okay, answer that question. Got it. All right. So, yeah, I just haven't given it any thought. I don't feel like I'm in my comfort zone right now because I'm having to be out here, and I don't know. The sewing room is so cozy, and it's so big, and there's space, and I feel all cramped and pushed in right now in this room. And yeah, I know I should complain because at least I have somewhere to sew. And you're right, I do. At least I have somewhere to sew. That is very true. Many have less space than I have, and I don't know why I should be complaining about it. I just want my sewing room back, you guys. That's all. I want things to get back where they were at instead of all this weird stuff going on. I'm hoping my son heard something back from Walmart. Walmart's stringing him along. What what is the deal with the job market in the States right now? They're saying everybody's hiring, and there's lots of jobs, and my son has applied for nearly almost all of them that are along the lines of what he does, and no one calls him for an interview. I just don't get it. I'm really frustrated and concerned about this because what if he never finds a job? I mean, we are in May. That's month 5 and still no job. But yet there's jobs out there. And we have applied for so many of them. You have no idea how many I've helped him with. There's one that Walmart had 7 positions, and this place called Ingles had like 10 openings. And they're all up his alley and nothing, not one thing. Okay, Janice, Joyce says it really depends on who is doing the live and when it is on. Many podcasters overlap or on the same time. Yeah, I can't seem to find a niche of when is it be a good time for me to do a live, and y'all seem to like Thursdays and Saturdays okay. It's just sometimes I think I go too long, and maybe that's the reason my watch hours are not that high, is because people don't want to watch an entire 3 hour replay. I voted 2 hours, even though I will watch a live for longer times. However, it is hard on me to watch a replay that's longer than an hour if there's no sewing happening. Understood with that. Yep. What's the longest you will watch on a pre-recorded, Denise? He will get something. Just need to keep applying. Yeah. Well, now I haven't done UPS or FedEx or Target, come to think of it, but everything else we have already done. We've done Walmart, all of their job openings we applied for. Big, not this place called Grocery Co. or something like that. Food Co. I think we applied. He's applied at that place. Um, Home Depot. Uh, there were some other jobs he's applied for. I can't name all of them off, but two of those you mentioned we have it. Well, three of them actually. UPS, FedEx, and Target. I'll help him get on those. That's a good idea because it's shipping and receiving. So yeah, and that's right what he likes doing. Yeah, but he needs to get something soon because you know resources have been totally wiped out for all of us, and there's been a couple times already where we thought he was within a day of sleeping in his car, and it still may happen. But Pathways is helping him with housing, or helping him fill out housing paperwork. And she did this. Her name is Lisa. And let me tell you what, she has stepped up to the plate to help Thomas navigate all the paperwork because he has that learning disability. So doing paperwork is very hard for him. And she has stepped up to the plate through Pathways to help him. And he's back on. I'm happy to report he's back in therapy, and so is the grandson. I am so pleased about that happening. So I'm glad. And Thomas is back on his meds now. We're just waiting on um, little man to get on his, and then at least that will be done. And we'll wait and see what happens with the housing. Did you know it's harder for a single man with a child to get shelter because they don't have shelters for men with children? How many of you knew that? Denise says 3 to 4 hours. I might let the video just run for the rest of its playtime. I do that a lot. I use my TV and one of my laptops, and I let them run in the background, or I'll watch TV and let the two laptops run in the background, running other channels, just to give watch hours to the channel. Because I want to do my part too, you know. And just let it run until it, you know, runs out of videos to watch. If my hands are out of order, I will watch full lives. But if my hands are working, I'm still looking and listening. Hey, listening's good. That's what I do. I listen while I'm sewing. Glenda, me too. But I think lurking still counts for watch time. Yeah, I don't think that their little whatever uh records the analytics so they can do their math out of it. But I'm pretty sure they can't tell when you're not talking. Now, for the channel on a live, it also gives you numbers for how active the chat itself is at. You know, it is called audience. Forget what it's called, but yeah. So we get some credit for that too. You know, if we can keep the channel moving as well. Yep, it is easier. Yeah, he's still needing help, you guys. I mean, when I can report he has a job, then I will be less worried. Yes, we still have to worry about housing, and he has nothing. He's starting with nothing. That means he has no furniture, no nothing. Only the clothes and small items of small little things he has. So he's practically starting all over completely. So, you know, him and his son will need things for where they live at. And, you know, I don't know if Georgia has furniture already in housing or not. But I told Thomas they could start out with a mattress on the floor if they had to, and they could sleep together until they could afford stuff like that. Sometimes I log into 2 channels on phone and iPad. Yep, I've been lots of interaction. That's right. That's what it's called, interaction. Okay, so I got these ones I'm going to work on first, so I can show you more colors on the board. Do y'all like this little block? What do you think about it? I wish I had more energetic things to share with you, but not right now. I don't. But the snow is all gone on the ground. There's like little small pockets of snow sitting here and there on the mountain, but the lake has started breaking away from the ice on one end of the lake. So I think it won't be long, and the lake is going to be free, and summers. I don't know what kind of maintenance work you mean, Joy. His big niche is unloading trucks and loading trucks and sticking stock out on shelves and stuff. Are you talking about hospital cleaners for rooms? Hello, Ted. How are you? Um, Thomas, the jobs that Thomas is looking for are stocking shelves, and that can be anything from produce to the meat department, any of that. He's also good at unloading and loading trucks, because that's what he likes to do. Putting stock out on the floors. He knows how to merchandise. There's several things he knows how to do that, you know, is right up his alley, since he's got that, you know, he just has issues. Glenda says, I love it, but unable to do it right now, but got the pattern. Thank you. I'm glad you got the pattern. It's a lot of fun. I didn't think it was going to be as simple as it is, but it's pretty simple. Okay, now we've got the half triangles on one side. Let's get the other side sewn, and then I can press them and take them apart, and then I can start the opposite sides of it. All right, let's do this side next. How was your day, Ted? What you been doing today? I hope you got something productive done today. How's the weather up your way? So, ladies, this Ted is one of my friends who I met through IRC, and we've known each other since 95 or 96, I think. I've known one other person longer than him from IRC. Because when I first started IRC, I started in the newbies channel. And that's where I met a lot of them. But yeah, Ted's one of my longest standing internet friends that we've actually met in person, and yeah, a few times actually. Went to a party together. My first internet relay chat party was in Fort Wayne, Indiana. A whole bunch of us flew up there and had a party. Hospitals have dock workers. They order supplies all the time. Ooh. I will look into that, Joy. That might be something he can also do. Good idea. I hadn't thought about hospitals and dock workers and things like that. All right. Now we got both sides sewn on. Now all we got to do is press it so that I can get them laying open, and then we'll go ahead and add the other two half triangles. All right, let me get these pressed. I'll be right back. Coming along here on the pressing. Two more to go. I just want to make sure you all know I'm not ignoring it. One more to go. All right, now I'm going to take the roller to them real quick to see if I can't flatten them a little bit more, and then we're going to go ahead and start adding on the triangles on the other side. Are you planning on moving? The reason you said currently? Ted says it's raining and storming and not doing much. Oh, well, that's a bummer. I'm back, but just listening, mostly resting. My back is hurting today. I hope it gets to feel better, Patty. Okay, so you are in the storm path also. And Ted says yes. So was the weather getting pretty scary? All right, now we'll get on with putting the triangles on the other side. First thing I'm gonna do is press a line into here so I'll know where the middle is. And then I'll start pinning these triangles on. Put a crease there also. And then we'll line up the crease. Pat, if you'll email me at this email address, I will answer you. There's the email for you, Patty. Just email me and I'll answer it. Okay, now we're going to turn this around and put the other side on. That way I'm trying to be productive, while I'm doing this, and not, because it does take me a long time to do anything. I mean, we are I think we're 2 hours in now, I believe. We're just now at 2 hours in. Okay, let me see what the poll says. The poll, wow, these are really close together. Oh, but I need 13 votes. Okay, so 31% said 1 hour, 31% said 2 hours, 38% said 3 hours. I'm surprised. Wow. I'll leave the poll up and we'll see if anyone else wants to answer that question. It's really rare for tornadoes to hit California. Kristen was telling me last night when I was talking to her on the phone. Kristen's my youngest daughter, and she lives in California. She was telling me that it has been windy for over a week where they live at. She says it's very weird. Okay, now let's get this next one pinned up and ready to go. No, there's nobody late. Even if you don't catch the live and you watch the replay, that's what I care about. No, there's no lateness. You showed up, and that means something. Thank you. Now, if I could just get my son to watch me on a regular basis, even if he's just, letting it run on his laptop and not saying nothing, that would be watch hours coming from Georgia. Yeah, it's like having snow in Florida. Only snow has happened more often in the last few years. Okay, let's go to the next one. Patty, I hope you do get to feeling better though. I know about that pain. It can make life hard sometimes. Hey Joy, can you email me too since I put that email address in the chat? Because I want to talk to you, I want to ask you a question. So if you'll email me, it'll make it easier for me to answer you back. Okay, two more to go, and then I can start sewing them. I'm doing like an assembly line. Ted, how's your wife doing? We all need some kindness here and there, Patty, especially from people who understand what it feels like to be in pain all the time. Let's get this on the other side. And then we'll have one more to pin, and then it'll be ready for sewing. And then all I'll have to do is trim them so you can see them. All right, one more to go. Yep, we got one left to do. All right, let's get the triangles on this one. How long is she going to be gone, Ted? Welcome back, Joy. Nope, still working on the same thing, but getting further along. I'll have something to show you guys here directly. Just got to get the other sides of these triangles on, and then I will have some more to show you. Did anyone notice that Cotton Cuts cut up three more colorways for the Wild West Fall PMQ that's coming up? So far, I'm not sure if I like any of them this go around. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying I'm not sure what I'm going to pick for this go around. I'll probably only do one though. I like to rotate, one season, like the spring, maybe do two, fall do one. And there has been a couple times where I have only done one 3 or 4 times in a row. The fabric wasn't talking to me. I needed to speak to me. Tell me, okay, you like this one, you don't like that one. Great. All right. Coming along here. Uh-oh. Okay, I did something wrong. Okay, so now I'm going to do is just turn them around and sew the other side. Uh-oh, I just did something, I think. Yeah, I did, but I think it'll be all right. Okay, I have all of them sewn. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them apart and then get these seams opened. Great. Hi, Melissa. How are you doing? How's the weather in Georgia? Melissa says, hi, Ted. Melissa says, I am leaning toward ebbs and flows in the Halloween print. I got both clue 4s yesterday and my replacement clue 3 today. Excellent. I haven't seen them yet. Not sure if I will be able to order one. I have so many projects waiting on me as it is. I forget how much they are. If you do it by the month, they're $30 for the big one. And I think they're $20 for the smaller one. If you do the whole kit, it's 200 and let me see if they went up. Let me go look real quick. Let's go have a peek at Cotton Cuts. See if the price has changed since the last time I bought the whole kit. Right now it's $19.25 for a small per month or $29.50 per month. But if you buy the whole kit, well, see now when you go to their next page, it shows that their cost has gone up to $20.25 for the small and $30.50 for the large. But where is the full price tag for a kit? Hmm. Um, yeah, I don't know how much the full kit. I think it's two. Let me see how much I paid for. Um, let me see how much I paid for mine last time, if it's still around. I don't know if it's still in my thing or not. Let me have a look. 1 minute. Well, let me see here. And I bought the whole kit. It cost. Where are you? I know there's a price tag. Yeah, I can't find the price. Which wait, what's this? Um, it was $330 for the kit for Tree Alive. Melissa says the weather has calmed down. We had wicked storms the past 24. Yeah, Thomas told me that the weather's been pretty bad. How many colorways do you have? You mean in my house, Joy? I would have to say that here's my little book. I have them written down somewhere. Yeah, here they are. I'll tell you how many I have. Because I started out with Stratford. Oh, by the way, this is one of the blocks. Okay, so Stratford was my first one, and that was in the spring of 2019. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 colorways, you guys. So that tells you how long I've been doing them. Yeah, I'm looking at the boutique one. We'll see. Hi, Sylvia. How are you? All right, let me quit being distracted here and get these pressed out so I can get the hot iron to them, and then we can trim them. I tried to watch it on my big TV, but for some reason it wouldn't come in on the TV. It was weird. Sometimes YouTube videos do weird things on my TV. It'll show a black screen and nothing happens. So I don't know the cause of that. And then a couple hours later, it works. So I don't know. It's a very odd thing with it. So just to update you on these, what I've been doing is I'm doing 2 of each color. And that's going to give me, I have to see what the count is on. Yeah. Okay, let me go press these real quick. I'm almost done. Okay. Now I need to move stuff out of the way so I can trim down. So right now I'm going to trim my blocks. Hmm. Okay, so we have this one done. Okay, y'all can see that, right? Okay, so this is the first block. George says there is at least 7 to 8 that I know of at CC. Are you going to do one, Pat, Melissa? Sylvia says, so far my raspberry blocks are different. I'm thinking I'll sash with the same color. Hey, do it however you want to. I was thinking about maybe making a smaller set of these and switch the colors where the solid was the background and the white was on the inside. I bet that would be interesting. Sometimes this can be tedious. always have to establish that first line so that you get a straight line. And I'm being frugal because I don't want to cut too much off these blocks and ruin the size of them while trying to straighten them up. So here's number 2. Wow, this one's really wonky. I wonder why. This block needs help. Okay, so this one's finished. And we got 2 more to go. Yeah, 2 more. And then I'll put them up with the other one so you can see what they look like so far. In case you hadn't noticed, I definitely have trouble doing these little half triangles and them staying, straight. I'm not sure what it is about it, but these angles sometimes really tease the tar out of me. Yep, this is the last one trimming, and then I can put them on the design board so you can see them all. Hmm. Okay. Now they're all trimmed. We'll get this mess out of the way. All right. Try to get them up. They're not going to match totally because I'm kind of cramming them on the board so you can have an idea. And I only have enough for 16 blocks on this particular board. Okay, so you kind of can get an idea of what it's going to look like. So we still have another color that goes down here, and then this darker blue, and then there's going to be, hold on a minute. I still have 4 more colors to make blocks from, and then I'll have completed all of the colors. So let me figure out how many that is going to be. There's 16, 17, there's 18 here, plus 4 more is 20. Yeah, 20. And then because I'm making 2 sets at a time of these, so I'm doing 2 of each color. So that's going to give me 40 blocks. And I can either do it like a, let's see, 40. I could do it like 6 one way and 7 the other way or something like that. So anyway, that's where I am on the blocks. I probably will have more done come Saturday, but this is what it's looking like so far, you guys. I think it looks great. What do y'all think? Y'all like it? What's your thoughts on this? Give me some thoughts. Feedback, please. We all could use a little feedback and encouragement. Oh, it's hold on. It is Flower House Basics Nightfall Dots, Debbie Bees, and it's by Robert Kaufman. I bought it from Missouri Star. They were selling bolts, and I bought a couple bolts from them, and this was one of them because I knew it would make good background no matter what I use it on. Okay. All right. So I'm going to finish off the other half of these, you know, the ones that still have to have, yeah, those need their half triangles, and then that leaves me with 4 more blocks to make and put triangles on, and then they'll be ready to sew together. And I think I will have all of those done by Saturday so that when we meet, you can watch me start figuring out how I'm going to put it together. Also, while I'm thinking about it, you see how it has the white the white background. What would you guys think about if I took a 2.5-inch strip off of each of these back quarters and I sewed them end to end to make a border to go around that white? Do you think that that would be great? Or do you think that it would take away from the X's by putting color on the outside as a border? What's your thoughts on that? I would start there so you could check off what you have versus need. I would say watch many YouTube videos to see who resonates with you and ask questions in the chat. Yes, indeedy. Patty says she loves it. I will be making something similar, a plus block quilt. Awesome. Sylvia says it looks awesome. Melissa says she likes it. Okay, I think I answered. There is a, wait. Patty says, Ted, there is a well-shot list if things you'll need, not including fabric. It is an ongoing process, never enough fabric, so find big storage area. It costs the most overall. Yeah, if you, well, you live in a big house, Ted, so you could make a craft room. I don't know what you and X team use all the rooms for, but yeah, we're always happy to answer questions too. Robin says she likes it. Okay, yeah, you need a sewing machine. That's your first obstacle. And I would go, if you're thinking about doing this, I would go out in your car, and since you live where you live at, you have probably an avenue of going. I don't know if you're in rural or not, but you should be able to find some quilt shops where you can just go and look at machines and stuff and talk to the owners. I mean, I could tell you to buy Janome 6700P, but you know, that's not in everybody's budget. Room for fabric, silly. Yes, indeed, Patty. You can lay it out and see, but it may take away from the X motors. Yeah, I was wondering about that. If it would take your eye away from the X's and you'd be like stuck like, why'd you do that? So that's why I asked for feedback, because I was wondering if we should leave it like this and just no border, or a 1.5 inch white border going around it to like seal it all in. Robin says she thinks the color on the outside would make it pop. Joy says she agrees. The back, oh, you didn't hear me. Okay. The background fabric it's called Flower House Basics. It's Nightfall Dots. Here, let me write this in, so if you want to copy and paste it, you can. Hang on a minute. Let me type it in. And I bought this. It's Robert Kaufman. Yeah, it's Robert Kaufman. Flower House Basics. And then it's FLH-2013. I'm writing it in for you, Pat, so you can copy and paste it. Nightfall Dots. Copyright it to Debbie Bees. And I bet I'm saying her name wrong. Okay, here's the name of the background, Patty. And I got it at Missouri Star. Back in November and December, I bought a lot of fabric during that time frame from Missouri Star because they had discounts. Like on this bolt, I think it was $75, I believe, or either $70. I can't remember for it. But it has over 10 yards of fabric on it. So this will last me a little while. Now, if I would get smart and buy an entire bolt of white batik, then I wouldn't run out like I do all the time, because I like using white batik on and off as well. But there's the name of the fabric, Patty. Anyone else want to ask a question about anything? Yeah, a used machine. Yeah, there's that. There's also used machines. Katie, what is the background fabric? Oh, I already answered that one. That's right. You could go to a refurbished quilt store, or you can go to any the quilt. Some of the quilt shops might even sell refurbed machines. And you can also go look around in Goodwill and stuff. You might find something there. I don't know. I don't know what your pocketbook is, so this is the best advice I would give. I would start out with something cheap and don't spend a ton of money all at once at the beginning. You need to find out if you actually want to do it, and that means making a block. And you'll know you'll either catch the fever or you won't. But you might, if you aren't sure, then that's what I would do. I'd go the cheapest route. That way it doesn't hurt your pocketbook in case you decide, oh, I hate this. I think I want to put on a 2 or 2.5 inch border around it. What say y'all about that? Yeah, it was a really good price, Pat. Definitely, Patty. Are you okay? I know Soya sells gently used machines. Yes, they do. Yeah, you can try Soya if you want. See what kind of machines they still have left and what kind of deal you could get. But I would start out with something simple, not too pricey, and don't spend a gob of money on fabric to start with. Go in and pick 2 or 3 colors you like and maybe a background to go with it, and then pick a pattern and a simple one. Like here's a really simple one that I would recommend for newbies is to buy a charm pack. Let me find a charm pack so you can see what a charm pack is. Because not everybody knows what they are. Okay. So you have pre-cuts. This is a charm pack. And it comes with 42 5-inch squares. You can make a small quilt just out of this and 2.5 to 3 yards of a background. You can cut these in half, and then you can cut them in half again and mix them all up and sew them side by side to make a patchwork quilt. The sky's the limit on these. If you want to make so this will make a probably around a 52 by, depending on how you may use it. But anywhere between a 52-inch to a 60-inch quilt you can make out of these with background, and then add borders. I would float the quilt in the background fabric and frame it with colors. Okay, that's what I was wondering, if framing it, put the border and then frame it with color would take away from the X's itself. Ted, there's also something called a layer cake. This is a layer cake. So this is 10-inch squares. Usually 40 to 42 come in this also. And you can actually cut this down and make all kinds of things. You could probably make a twin size quilt to, I don't know, maybe a full size depending on how you use this. But this is what they call a layer cake. This is called a jolly bar. So this is 10 inches by 5 inches. So all of these ways. So if you went into a store and said, I just want to see if I like this, look through pre-cuts, before buying. You're still gonna have to buy a background if you decide to do that. You don't have to. You can make a very, very colorful quilt just by doing this and not using a background. It's up to what you want to accomplish. I would float the quilt in the background fabric and then frame it with the colors. Okay. So a majority of you are thinking color on the outside of the border, yes? No, it would highlight the quilt as a picture. It would be very pretty with your pattern, Katie. Okay. So anyway, these are 3 types of pre-cuts. There is another one, but I don't have any in here. I don't think. There's also something called a jelly roll. And a jelly roll is basically 2.5-inch strips with the fabric. And you're going to say, well, what's with the fabric? So you have, and I'll show you with this yardage. You have, this is a whole bolt of fabric, okay? And there's a fold up here. It's just technically, I don't know, 41 to 42 inches wide. So if you want to cut 2.5 inch strips width of fabric, you would be cutting width down this way, vertical. If you want to do length of fabric, which waist is fabric, you would be cutting the long ways of the fabric. Most of us don't do that, except if there's a special quilt that really requires length of fabric for borders or something. Okay. See, there you go. Robin says, my first machine was a Walmart Brothers $200 special. It works great trying to teach grands on it. I won't let them use the more expensive one. Yeah, I started out with a Singer. I didn't know if I was going to like this or not. And then after a year and a half of sewing on that little machine, I'm like, I need a different machine. See, it's not the same thing as sewing clothes on a Singer machine. So anyway, yeah. But they're all giving you good advice about checking local quilt shops, checking at different places that might sell used machines. You can also go to the Goodwill to see what they have for machines. Of course, you don't know what you're going to get in the Goodwill store. I mean, you may get one working and you may not. If you do go there and find something, make sure you plug it in and see if it works before walking out the door with it. Check the local shops. They probably have beginner classes. Yes. Hands-on is the best way to learn to me, along with the YouTube beginner quilt channel. Yep, YouTube, sorry. I'm still using the Singer, Melissa says. Hey, Patty says Singer for me. Sylvia says I had a Kenmore and my daughter uses it now. Yeah, see, there you go. I only switched from the Singer to the Janome because that little Singer talent wasn't cutting it for me. Just remember, it starts out being very expensive. And and expensive is relative depending on your point of view. Yes, I think if I lived in the United States and I was quilting, I would have so much fabric and spend too much money because I tended to spend tons of money on my outdoor gardening. That's why I didn't buy makeup or get my fingernails done, or I was too busy gardening outside and riding horses. I didn't have time for decorating the inside of my house or spending money to decorate the inside of my house with. Oh, yep, lots of information. Hey there, Jamie. How are you? Check shops for floor models. Yes, you might could get a good deal on a floor model as well. That's great advice. Okay, anyone else have any questions they want to ask? Anyone? Anyone? Speak now or forever hold your peace, because I think I'm about to cut out of here. Oh, and by the way, about the poll. 1 hour is 32%, 2 hours 32%, and then 3 hours is 37%. So that's the end of the poll. So that's where we are on that. Okay, so it doesn't look like it doesn't look like it really matters, does it? That was out of 19 votes. Alrighty then. And I still went 3 hours, you guys. Ted, some quilt shops may supply a machine to use in a class, which is good to use to see if you even like to quilt. Yes. I know you did, Melissa. So, okay. So, yeah. Using this phone like this makes it get hot, you guys. Okay. I thought it turned the phone off. Maybe it didn't. Anyway, okay. No more questions? Yep, check out libraries. There's all kinds of places. You can go to a Goodwill store and buy a bunch of used men's shirts and turn those into quilts. Bet you didn't know that. Nora's down here on the floor and Coda's in the other room. Come here, Nora. Somebody's asking about you. Come here. Come here, Supergirl. There she is. No, I don't want you to look my face. I want you to say hello. See that tail, you guys? It's always wagging like this, 24/7 almost, except when she's sleeping. Okay, Robin, I'll do that. Yeah, Ted, you can also go over to places like fatquartershop.com, Missouri Star Quilt Company, I think is what it's called. And you can go and look at the fabric on many of the online shops too. But I would go if you have any nearby you, if you can go in person, I would go do that because then you can at least touch the fabric and look at it. Well, now they're talking to each other. Well, I can't call them because there's something wrong with their phone, which would require me to go over where they're at, and that's quite a distance from the house. Nora of the North. Yep, her actual name is, I'll have to find her, get her papers, but it's Northern Lights with some Russian words after it. Okay, Nora the Mighty Dachshund, Nora of the North. What's past ridiculous? Oh, my sewing room. Yes, it is. Yeah, you still can. If you go into grocery stores that have magazine racks, you can go in there. That is also a good idea. Ted, you can go into any grocery store where they have magazine racks and look for quilting magazines and buy one quilting magazine and take it home with you and look at what's involved in it. Coda's doing okay. He's not sick. He's just slowing down. And she's talking to me because she wants me to feed them. No, we don't have to pay them any money because her insurance company split the bill. I'm not paying for anything. They're going to pay for it since it was their fault. I used to, not you. What does that mean? Used to go to the magazine section at the store and look at magazines. I like buying magazines. And right now I have a backpack full of magazines and books I brought back from the US that still hasn't arrived here in this town because they're still sitting where we left them when they were supposed to have been mailed 2 weeks ago. YouTube beginner tutorials are best, yes. You can just take your computer and type in quilting fabric, quilting shops, all kinds of things. Do you have a village council? I don't know, Robin, but I'm going to go up to I think I'm going to go up to the commune and find out if they have a like a Better Business Bureau or not, because this is dumb taking this long. It's like, you know, they come and do what they want to when they don't have other things to do. Okay, well, thank you everyone for coming to my live tonight. I so appreciate it. I hope everybody's had a good day and continues to have a lovely evening. I will see you on Saturday with Becca. Please share my channel to let everybody know to come watch me and Becca sew together. We should have a good time for a couple hours. And yeah, there's that. And I will be talking more about the anniversary of the channel coming up and what we're going to be doing about that. And I still have a lot of things that I still got to get caught up on. I still haven't made my monthly video or a quarterly yet. I might just do the quarterly and skip the monthly one since you know, things have been a little weird. Katie, do me and Robin need to come up there? You might. Denise says, lovely. I saw the blocks. Thank you. Call her insurance company and tell them the work is not done. I don't know who to call. That's the problem when you live in a foreign country. You don't know who to call when you only speak English. And since Nikolai's gone again, Nikolai tried, you guys. Night, Katie. Great live. See you on Saturday. Yep, see everybody on Saturday, 7 o'clock Greenland time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 p.m. Central Mountain Time, and 1 p.m. Pacific Time. See you there on Saturday. So make sure you live, laugh, love, dream, and make sure you create something. Bye. Oh, you had something to say too?